Today we're doing something that only happens twice a year, and we're taking a military escort. There's a boondocking spot near White Sands National Park that I'm looking at now. I read some reviews that said that they had a gate there. Sometimes it's closed, you can't go in there. Not sure, we don't really have a backup for that, so I guess we'll see how that works out for us this morning. But anyway, we're gonna go take the dogs on a tiny little walk and load up, and I think we're just maybe a couple hours away, so we should get there pretty early. And I'm excited to see the White Sands because I don't know how many times we've driven in the last couple years near there. My plans were to stop there. I've always wanted to see the White Sands, and something always happens and we never get to see it. So today's my birthday, and I'm hoping that on my birthday today that we get to see the White Sands. That would be really cool.
Sorry.
So now you look really cool now. Since we've been boondocking for so many days, it's been interesting trying to find places to dump our tanks or get fresh water, which you really need fresh water right now anyway. He's trying to get that taken care of. And I don't know why I get nervous whenever we're going to go to a new boondocking spot and I read, some of the reviews and stuff are talking about gates are closed or whatever, and there's not really much around there for us, like backup areas for us to go to. The app just updated with a bunch of new reviews, and there are several reviews, even just a few nights ago, 2 nights ago, that say that the gates are locked and you can't get in. I don't see that we have a lot of other options. Not sure. We're gonna drive by and see.
Sorry.
So we're officially ruining our 35-day streak of boondocking. Not ruining, it's just coming to an end. So the last time this cord was out, 35 days ago, it's time to pull it out again.
Today we're doing something that only happens twice a year, and we're taking a military escort.
Of course we could drive ourselves, and Sarah's going through those directions.
A little confusing. Exit 125, mile marker 139, head 12 miles east, exit US Highway 54 onto Highway 380.
But we're RVers, we could do anything. But as we're reading, we found out that there's another way that we could go, and that's with a military escort. We started thinking to ourselves, that might be kind of interesting to be part of, just because, do they shut off? Do we get to go through stoplights? Is there flashing lights?
We've never been on one before. I think we kind of should try it out.
Got our pass.
Yes.
So we're at the first nuclear test site. So this is ground zero right there. Y'all probably seen the famous videos, but we're on a military base in New Mexico.
And this only happens twice a year that you get to come out here, and it's only for 5 hours each time.
6 hours.
Is it 6 hours? And that's it. So we were just lucky that we got to come out here today and come see this.
We met some friends at the campground that told us about it. So that's how we ended up finding out about it. So we've had people ask us about radiation here.
And you get more radiation flying in an airplane across the country than you do from just coming onto the site like we are. Okay, so I headed back to the truck with the dogs so that they could cool off a little bit. It's a little bit hot out here, but anyway. So we took the caravan out here. Would we do it again? Ryan's not in here, so I can't speak for him. I almost wonder if it was a shorter drive. I don't know. It was kind of slow for us, and we do like to be kind of on our own, doing our own pace. I don't know if I'd do it again because it's about 150 cars out, and we're all here at once, so it was a lot of people. But it was kind of a neat experience to get to have, a military escort. That was kind of cool. Super hot, so we would have come earlier for the dogs, but overall, what a neat experience to kind of just put on our list of things that we got to experience while we're full-time. I have wanted to come here. It's been many times. We've driven past here at least 3 times.
And every time we've gotten really close as we're coming down like the I-10 and whatnot, but we've not made it. But we have been to sand dunes before. The sand dunes in Idaho. So I think you were reading that the largest dune here is like 60 feet tall, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's huge. Like this is a long spread.
Yes.
So like the sand dunes that we were at in Idaho, the largest something dune, I don't know, I always mess it up.
We've never been able to get that one right.
That dune is almost 500 feet tall. It's 470 feet from the ground, but there's not a whole lot of dunes. It's a tall dune, but right, and that sand is different. It's really dry, kind of almost like a beach sand. This is
gypsum.
Yeah,
That's what this is.
This is like snow.
So something I love about this park is if you have dogs, you can bring your dogs as long as they're on leash, which ours are on leash. They really want to run, but I'm not going to let them. But that is something really cool because normally in a national park, you can't bring your dogs. And the best part is that we didn't pass it up again. So we actually got to come.
We're actually here.
And was it worth it or not? Because this was amazing to me.
It was. It feels like when you get out here, it feels like you're kind of driving in a wintry wonderland. Mm-hmm. So this morning when the sun was coming up, I don't know, it was prettier than this because this would probably be amazing if there wasn't clouds.
Yeah, it still is really pretty. The lighting's good.
It is pretty, but this morning was beautiful.
Okay, and here comes Ryan, and we're gonna make snow angels. Or sand angels, I guess.
No drones, snow angels.
What the heck? We didn't see it in real life. Like, we turn it around like, what? It's so beautiful.
But one thing about White Sands here, it's a national park now, right? Became a national park in 2019. But you know those little books where you can get the stamps when you go to the national parks? We've never done that before. And we're talking to our neighbor, and he does that. And because of Trinity, which we did this time, and it's only open two times a year, April and October for like 6 hours a day, we can still get the stamp today. It was open yesterday, but we still get the stamp today. So I'm gonna go buy a book, and I'm gonna get a stamp while we're out here.
Since we're waiting for Ryan, I was just gonna introduce you to our pups. This is Hannah. The big one's Hannah. We call her Hannah the pup. And the little one's Eiley. Hey guys. These guys are Samoyeds, and we got them, gosh, Hannah's 5 and Eiley's 3. And they travel so well with us. Hannah has a little bit of anxiety, but she's really done well. Huh, Hannah? Do you like to go places and go to the parks and go for a ride in the truck? Do you guys like that? They're like, yeah. You guys ready to go somewhere? Do you guys want to go somewhere fun?